All of you are fine, good, happy, healthy, right? Okay. All right. So you know about today class, what we are going to learn? All right, students. So you know about today's class, what we are going to learn? Science, right? All right, students, you having your books of science with you already, yeah?
No.
Okay. All right, students. So we are going to start. Are you ready?
I am.
Students, are you ready? I can't hear you.
คาบนี้สามารถเอาแมวมาล่อคนอื่นได้ด้วยนะเปิดหนังสือ
Okay, students. So now open up your books and we can start from page number 66.
ไม่ฟังถูกหรือเปล่า
Page number 66. Students, all of you, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so please open up your books and come to page number 66. Okay, so the chapter is soil. Okay, so here today we are going to learn about what are the main causes of soil degradation. Okay, so here you can see, first of all, you can see the picture right there on your screen. So the main causes nowadays you will find like the soil actually changing.
Yeah.
It's actually losing the nutrients. Okay. What are the main causes? There are some of the wind, rain. Apart from that, there are also some of the human causes. Because of the human, also the soil is becoming degraded. Okay, so the main causes you can see here, first one is deforestation. So deforestation, you can see here, deforestation, this is also the main cause. Like the more people they cut the trees, so because of that the quality of the soil also decrease. Okay, so the nutrients actually it come to the lower level. The other main cause is burning forest for planting. So nowadays you will find like many people actually they cut down the trees and they also burning the forest so they can grow different kind of crops, okay, for planting. So this is also the main cause of the degradation of the soil. And the third cause is removing the topsoil. So the topsoil, you already know, the soil actually, that is the layer of the soil. Okay, so the layer of the soil is found on the surface. So because of removing the topsoil, it can also cause the degradation of the soil. And the fourth main cause is misuse of fertilizer. Like nowadays people they're using many different kind of fertilizers chemicals and all different kind of fertilizers, and they not using in the appropriate way. So they use it in a not a good way, right? So this is also one of the main causes, misuse of fertilizer. Okay. All right, students. So now you know 4 of the major causes of the degradation of the soil. First one is deforestation. Okay. Second one is burning forest for planting. The third cause is removing topsoil. And the fourth cause is misuse of fertilizer. So when soil loses its nutrients, it will call soil degradation. Okay, students, you understand that? What are the main causes of degradation?
เรื่องกดไปทั่วมั่วไปหมดไง
Students,
Yes.
you already understand, yeah? 4 of the main causes of the degradation of the soil: deforestation, burning a forest for planting, removing topsoil, and misuse of the fertilizers. So now we already know about the main causes. What are the reasons? Okay, so how we can improve. So here we are going to learn how we can improve that the soil it can become a good quality. So for this, and we can use the benefits of that. So for this, we having some of the 4 or 5 different kind of things what we can do which can actually help to increase the quality of the soil. So we should to help improve and conserve soil in order to use the benefits of soil for a long time. If we follow these points, so with the help of these points, we can improve the soil quality and we can get all of the benefits in the appropriate way of the soil. So the ways, what are the main ways? Okay, so number 1, what are the main ways to improve? Okay, to improve and conserve soil. So number 1, what we have to do, we have to plant cover crops to protect topsoil from wind. Okay, so students, you already know about the cover crops, right? The cover crops which is grown for the protection and enrichment of the soil. The cover crops, they are not grown for the harvesting, right? For harvesting the food or something. They are just only grown to protect and enrichment of the soil. So with the help of cover crops, we can protect the topsoil. So if you protect the topsoil, we will protect it from mostly from the wind and rain. So it will help to improve and conserve the soil. Now, number 2, plant wetland grass on a river banks, right? So if we plant most of the whiteover grass on the river bank, so it can also help to protect the soil and to improve the conserve of soil. Number 3, what we have to do? Number 3, we are going to plant crops in terraces and hillsides to reduce heavy rain that hits the soil. So mostly in the hilly area, in the hilly sides, if they're having a heavy rain, so it actually the heavy rain, they hit the soil. So because of that, the nutrients also reduce, and sometimes it causes the landslides as well. So if you plant terraces on the hillside, so it will help to reduce heavy rain that hit the soil. Number 4, plant different types of different type of plants in a nutrient in a crop rotation way in the same area to keep the soil nutrient. So where we are going to grow plants or something, so we have to have different types. We have to have different types, and we are going to rotate. So with the help of different plants and the rotation, actually it will help. The rotation of way, it will help to protect the nutrients in the soil. So the nutrients in the soil that will be more rich. Okay, students, so these are the 4 main ways. With the help of these, we can improve the quality of the soil and we can conserve the soil. Okay, I repeat one more time. Number 1, what we can do, plant a cover crops to protect topsoil from the wind and rain. Okay. Number 2, plant water grass on the river banks. Okay. Now, number 3, plant crops, trees on hillsides to reduce heavy rain that hit the soil. Okay. Number 4, plant different types of plants in a crop rotation way in the same area to keep the soil nutrients. So the soil will be always nutrients. Okay, students, you understand that the 4 major way how we can improve and conserve the soil? Students, do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, now, okay, so those were the 4 major ways which with the help of which we can improve. Now, we have number 5. Okay, the number 5th way, that one is what we have to do. We have to add substance to the soil by using manure. You know manure, right? So manure, that's actually manure, that's actually the dung of animal which we use for the fertilizer. Okay, so those are all from cows. Okay, or using any component at an appropriate level. Like we have to look to the level. Like if you are going to use the manure, it's actually very helpful for the soil. It helps to increase the nutrients in the soil. And that one is mostly we get from the animal dung, right? Such as cow or any other kind of animals. So with the help of that, we can improve our soil. But we have to make sure that we not use in a very high level. We have to use it in appropriate level. Okay, after that after that, planting beans and other legumes is also another way to improve the soil nutrients. Like a different kind of beans and legumes while we growing in the soil that actually help to improve the soil. This is also one way it actually help improve the nutrients, because the legume plants, they're having a high nutrients, right? So because of that, because of bacteria and the beans roots will add nitrogen to the soil, so that will help to improve the quality of the soil. Okay, so here you can see these are if we you can see the pictures here. If we plant the cover crops, you can see here, so the cover crops, it can improve our soil. And apart from that, plant whiteover grasses. So these whiteover grasses, actually it's not for harvesting, right? But this is for the improvement of quality of the soil. So if you grow whiteover grass, it will also help to improve the soil nutrients. Apart from that, the beans and other legumes can improve the nutrients in the soil. So as we already know, like the beans and the other legumes, they do have bacteria. Because of the bacteria, the beans roots will add more nitrogen to the soil. So it will help to improve the quality of the soil. And other than that, number 4, crops and terraces. So terraces, as you know, they are like a mostly hilly areas, right? So in those hilly areas, in the terraces, we can also grow like, for example, we can grow rice, we can grow potatoes, we can grow other sort of maize. So it can also help to improve the soil. Okay, students, you understand that? All 4 of them. they can help to increase the quality of the soil and increase the nutrients in the soil. Okay, students? Anything you not understand in this? You have any questions? Students, you got any question?
It's okay, but internet. Yeah. I don't have. Not good. It's too lag.
Internet is not good, right?
Yeah.
yes
Okay,
Yes.
so we can do one thing. We can reconnect again, okay? Just a moment. All right, students. Now, can you hear me clearly?
Okay. Yeah.
okay
Students, all of you now, you can hear me clearly. Now the sound is okay.
It's
yes
okay.
Okay, all right. So, okay, let me talk about this one more time. Okay, so here, first of all, we already learned about the 5 different ways how we can improve the soil quality and the nutrients. Okay, so number 5, what we have to add organic substances to the soil by using manure. You know about the manure. Manure is the dung of the animals, which we get from the cows and other animals. With the help of that organic substance, we can improve the soil, okay, by using component in appropriate level. But we are going to use that in the appropriate level, not too high, not too low. So we have to maintain the balance of level. Other than that, by planting beans and other legumes, it's also help another way to improve the soil nutrients, because bacteria in the beans roots will add nitrogen to the soil. So the beans and other legumes in the roots of they're having nitrogen, which actually can help to improve the soil. Okay, and now here, these are the major crops which can help to increase the nutrients of soil and prevent deformation. So number 1 is plant cover crops. So these are the plant cover crops we use for the soil quality, right? Other than that is plant vetiver grass, okay? And the third one is crops terraces. So in the terraces, the hilly area, we also grow different like rice, potatoes, and some other kind of stuff we can grow. So it can help to protect from the heavy rain and winds as well. Other than that, by growing beans and other legume can improve the nutrients. Okay, students, now you understand that? Okay, now let's see. Let's see what are the soil. We can see here the soil actually is very important for our life, for all human. It's very important. Okay, so soil is actually a natural resource. Soil is a natural resource that is important for living creatures. It helps many living creatures to survive in the world. So all of the living creature, they required soil, right? So that is very important for them. So we can grow, and we can grow many things, and we can use the soil in different ways. So it's very important for the survival for all kind of creature in this world. So here are some of the 4 major important ways which can help. Okay, so number 1, you can see here food. So food, humans are human use food, soil to grow plants for food and feed livestock. So all of us, we need to have food, right? So we from where we get food, we are going to grow that. Okay, we are going to grow our food, that is for the human as well. Apart from that, we need to feed our livestock. Okay, so that's also very important. Number 2, clothes. People make clothes from plants and animals such as cotton, silk, and wool. The plants and animal need soil to grow. So with the help of soil, actually, we need to grow the plants. So with the help of those plants, we can also like feed different kind of silkworms and all, so which can give us like a silk, cotton, and wool. Okay, so like for example, mulberry is a plant in the ground. It is the food of silkworm. People use silk to make clothes. So we get silk from the silkworm, but that silkworm, they need food. So the food of that silkworm is these are mulberry plants, right? Which is the food of the silkworm. So the silkworm, they consume that food and give us silk. Okay. Apart from that, we also get like cotton and wool, right? Those are also we get from the with the help of the soil. Okay. Now, number 3, people build their houses on the ground. So we all of humans, we need to build the houses where we can live. So we have to build the houses on the ground. So for building the house, we need many natural resources from the soil. So people build their houses on the ground. Some material that people use to build their houses are made from soil, such as bricks and sand. So for example, if we are going to build our house, so for building the house, we required bricks and we also required sand. So both of the bricks and sand we get from the soil. So soil is also beneficial for us. Number 4, we're having medicine. So medicine, people plant herb in the ground. Like we plant different type of herbs. So those herbs we use as a medicine as well. And we also using as a flavor of the food as well. So those we also get from the ground, from the soil. So this is also the benefit of the soil. Okay. So 4 of the major benefits, students, you already understand that. One is food, second one is cloth, third one is building houses, fourth one is medicine. So these are the 4 major help we get from the soil. Okay, students. Now let's have some of the questions. Okay, so here you can see we having 5 of the different pictures. Okay, so some of them, they are the conservation method. With the help of those conservation method, we can upgrade our soil. And some of them, some of the picture, they are actually the reason of the soil degradation. So I would like to ask from you, picture number 1. So if the picture is for the conservation, we have to tick. Okay. And if the picture represent degradation, we are going to cross. Okay. So let me ask, picture number 1 on the right side, on the left side here, planting vetiver grasses. It is helpful for students. Picture number 1, planting vetiver grasses. It is the method of conservation or it is the soil degradation? Can anybody answer me?
Me.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Again, please.
Yes.
Yeah, that means conservation of the plants. That's the correct one. Now, how about the picture number 2 on the right side? It is the method of conservation or degradation.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh.
go ahead.
No. Yes.
It is the method of degradation. Because of the cutting the trees, actually they degrade the soil. Okay, now picture number 3 on the left side, planting crops and terraces. Is it conservation or degradation soil?
Yes.
yes
Yes, that means it is the method of conservation. Okay, now picture number 4 on the right side, burning forest. It is conservation method or soil degradation?
Yes. No.
No, tell me, it is conservation method or soil degradation?
Deforestation.
Degradation, exactly. That is degradation. It is the main cause of degradation of the soil, burning forest. Now, how about the last one, number 4? Number 5, planting crops in steps. Is it degradation method? Is it degradation of the soil or conservation method?
Of the soil.
Yes, can I have your answer, please?
Of the uh, deforestation.
Number 5, this one. Is it the cause of soil degradation or it is the conservation method?
Method.
It is, we will write the click for that. Why? Because it is the method of conservation. Okay, so these are all, so 3 of them. Now you can see here 3 of them: planting vetiver grasses, planting crops in terraces, and planting crops in steppes. They are the method of conservation, right? And deforestation and burning forests, they are the main cause of soil deformation. Okay, students. So now here we having all different kind of words here we have to use. So what we have to use, we have to find the same way. So use the following statement to fill in the mind map about the causes of the soil degradation and conservation method. So all of these you see here, so they are among them, some of the causes of the degradation of soil, and some are the methods of conservation. So the causes of degradation of soil we are going to write here. So 4 of them, and the remaining conservation method we are going to write here. So number 1, we having burning forest. So burning forest, is it the cause of conservation or soil degradation? Burning forest, just now we learned, students, burning forest, is it degradation, soil, or conservation method? Nana, can you answer me? Is it soil degradation or conservation? Like soil degradation, we already know because of these major causes, the soil quality drops. Okay, the nutrients it reduce. So we already learned burning forest is the main cause. Of degradation of soil. Okay, so number one, we having burning forest. Then number two, we having deforestation. Deforestation is the second cause. Okay, then number three, we having misuse of fertilizers. Okay, number four, removing topsoil and selling it. So if we remove topsoil and if we not use fertilizer in appropriate way, that means misuse of fertilizer and burning forest and deforestation. So these are the four main causes of soil deformation. Okay. Now, how about the conservation? How we can improve our soil? Can you tell me one of them? Anyone? Students? Students, can anybody tell me conservation method among these? What are the conservation method? Here, number one, stop cutting down trees. How we can prevent? If we stop cutting the trees, so it is the method of conservation. Number two, planting rotation crops. Okay, if we plant and we rotating crops, so it will also help conservation method. Number three, planting cover crops. So if we plant cover crops, it will also help to improve the soil nutrients, so which means conservation method. Now, number four, planting beans and legumes. So if we plant beans and other sort of legumes, it will also help to improve the nutrients in the soil. Okay. All right, students. So these are okay, students. So these are the four of them soil degradation causes, and these are the four of them how to overcome on that, the conservation methods. Okay, students, you understand that now? Okay. Now, okay.
I'm not finished.
Okay, students, we having very short time. So if you not write down it, later on you can watch the video and you can write it again. Is it okay? Because we are out of time. We have just only 40 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, students. No, later on, students, you can see the video. Later on, you can see the video and you can write down again. Okay, now let me ask one question here. If you're having a plot of land, how would you use the land to get the best result from agriculture? Describe the method you would use and draw a picture. Okay, if we're having a free land, a plot, so how we can use that? And how we are going to use for agriculture. Okay, so for example, what we have to do, we have to mark out land from planting rice. Okay, and the rest for planting trees. All right, so the trees, we can plant different kind of trees, like for example, we can plant coconut tree, jackfruit, and guava. these we can plant. It's an empty land, okay? And apart from that, the ground around the trees should be used for planting herbs. So apart from that, we can grow like a different kind of herbs. Like for example, we can grow chili, we can grow lemongrass, and also sweet basils, right? So these are all we can utilize our free land. Okay, students. So here on page number 73, you have to draw. You have to draw here a picture of your backyard. If you're having a backyard or a free land, so here you can draw a picture and just color them. Can you do that, students?
Draw the draw the tree.
Draw a picture of your backyard, like a free land. For example, if you're having a free land in the backyard, okay, in the backyard of your house or somewhere, they're having a free land, and where
in
you
the
like
free
to grow,
land, but have the tree. Yeah.
like when they're having a tree, if they're having like a herbs or some kind of fruits tree, anything what you see here, you can just draw and just color them in your books. Okay,
Okay.
can you do that
What I do?
again,
What
please?
can I do? What can I do?
You can draw the picture of your backyard. Like in the backyard, if you're having a free land around you, okay, and they're having like growing plants or growing like trees or some herbs, so you can just draw the exact picture. Anything around you, nearby your house, in the backyard. You can do that, right, students?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, students. So any of you, if you didn't write the answers, so later on, you can just visit. You can just visit to the YouTube, right, and open up the video, and then you can write down the answers into your book. Okay. Is it all right?
Okay.
Okay. So students, now this is all for today's class. Okay. Because it's going to be time out.
Okay.
And after that, we are going to see you